Hello and welcome back to another top 10. We are here with, I think this is the 14th top 10 I've done on my channel now at this point, and we're back with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Because last week we did a top 10 about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you didn't see that, you should go check it out because it was returning hopefuls for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And today we are following up by doing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite New Hopefuls, as the title on screen can show you. Which is basically, I picked 5 Marvel characters and 5 Capcom characters who have never appeared in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, who I would love to turn up in this game as playable characters. So, hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you're hyped for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and let's get right into this top 10 with our top 5 Marvel characters.
Number 5.
Deathlok, also known as Michael Collins, is my number 5 choice for the Marvel side of this list. He is a cyborg bloke who worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point. I think he worked for Roxxon, possibly, as a computer bloke for a bit as well. That's fun. And then he became a cyborg dude who went around and did some cyborgy things. I think he's a good guy, genuinely. He's pretty cool. He looks cool. He does cyborgy things. He's strong. So he can do the punch. I didn't really know who to put on this section of the list because I was like, I like Deathlok. He's a cool character. He doesn't really do much, and he's not very important, and they're probably not going to put him in the game. But I would love it if they did. So he's here on the number 5 spot, Monsieur Deathlok. He's a big boy, big cyborg boy. And yeah, the new game will play using the Infinity Stones. I feel like having him there, going, ooh, look at me, Power Stone, bam, would be cool. I don't know what I'm saying. Darren doesn't know what he's saying, but he does know that he wants Deathlok in the game, so he is taking the number 5 spot on my list.
Number 4.
Vulture is my number 4 pick on the Marvel side for this list. Vulture is one of the classic Spider-Man villains. I believe he debuted in 1963 in the comics, and he has had 3 different characters take on being Le Vulture. Most famously, or originally rather, I should say, was Adrian Toomes, who was the original Vulture, the classic bold guy thing. And I like Vulture. He's one of the classic Spider-Man villains, like Venom, who was on my previous list, like Green Goblin, who's another classic Spider-Man dude, but Vulture, he's definitely up there, because he was in that one Spider-Man game, at least one of the Spider-Man games. I don't know if he was in multiple, but he was definitely in one of the games I played. And obviously he's debuting into the MCU as of Spider-Man Homecoming, the upcoming Spider-Man movie that is going to be out in the summer, possibly June, maybe July, I don't really know. I just know it's soon. And obviously, that makes him a relevant character. I know we haven't even seen a Spider-Man reveal, but it's Spider-Man. They can't really leave out Marvel's golden boy, Monsieur Spider-Man. So that's why I haven't included him on the previous lists, because I was just like, oh, it's Spider-Man. That's boring. They're probably going to reveal him soon. I hope they do. It'd be a bit sucky if they didn't have Spider-Man, wouldn't it, guys? I don't know. But Vulture's a good boy, a good flying boy. He's actually a bad boy because he's a bad guy. But he's Michael Keaton now. Big bad Michael Keaton is taking up the role of Vulture in the movie. So I feel like they could heck him on over into Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and he'd be a bit cool. He could do some like flying things. He's got wings. I think he has super strength at some point in the comics, so they could incorporate that or something and be like, oh yeah, he's clearly strong enough to like fight the Hulk in this game. That's fun. But yeah, so my number 4 choice on the Marvel side is Vulture.
Number 3.
Quake is my number 3 choice for the Marvel side of this list. Quake is otherwise known as Daisy Johnson in the comics. Is another Shield character. What do you mean another? I don't think I had a previous. Oh well, Deathlok kind of was a Shield character. Rambles. Yeah. So she worked for Shield for a time. She is an Inhuman who has vibration manipulation as her main power. And I feel like it would be good as a video game mechanic. She's a good character. She's not a bad guy like some of the other characters we frequently have been listing. So Quake's good. She's in that TV show that they do, the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's one of like the main characters in that, I think. So that's fun. Woo. Because people clearly like that. Top quality characters go into that show, don't they? But yeah, Quake's still cool. I mean, she vibrates with her arms. She can do like martial arts and stuff, and she's a shield agent, so she has some good trainings. So she has some good fighting style, and I think she's a cool character. Inhumans are pretty cool. Having an Inhuman character in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite would be pretty fun, and she is basically like the only relevant Inhuman that people really care about. Actually, that's probably not true, but she's the only one that, like, yeah, no, I'm going to stand by that statement. She is like the most relevant Inhuman, so why would they ever choose another Inhuman to go into the game? Who knows? Not me, apparently, but hey-ho, so yeah. Daisy Johnson, also known as Quake, is my number 3 choice.
Number 2.
Scarlet Witch, also known as Wanda Maximoff, is my number 2 choice for this list. She is the daughter of Magneto and twin sister to Quicksilver, the speedy boy who runs around a bit in the X-Men film and that one Marvel film where he, spoiler alert, gets hecked and dies horribly. And she's like one of the most powerful characters in Marvel, to be completely fair. So having her in a game where the opposing characters can use Infinity Stones sets them on the right power level to be fighting someone like Scarlet Witch. Her official name for her power is Chaos Magic Reality Warping. That's a fun name. I had to look that up to make sure I was getting that right, I'll admit. Because she can just basically do anything. She can teleport, she can travel through the time, she can manipulate things like telekinetically. She doesn't even need to like move it, she can just like blow stuff up. That's fun. And yeah, she's just like super powerful. I'm pretty sure there's like a comic storyline where she like rewrites the universe to save like her son or something. Her child of some kind. It's probably a girl, and I just said son, and I probably just look like a complete twat right now. But hey, I kind of know what I'm talking about. Give me some kind of credit. And yeah, she's a good character, and I feel like based on how this is looking up to be an MCU-based Marvel roster so far, considering we've had literally no non-MCU characters, unless you count Captain Marvel, who is going to be an MCU character, shown in the game, I feel like she would be a good way to tie in as an X-Men character, because while she is also an X-Men character, she's like a prominent Avenger who's also in like the MCU. So she's a good bridge. We like bridges, so she's a good character that they could choose. So I think that is the reason. She is number 2 for my list on the Marvel side. Oh.
Number 1.
Black Panther is my number 1 choice for the Marvel side of this list. He is, real name is T'Challa, King of the Wakandans, who is one of the recent additions to the MCU in Captain America Civil War. And he's pretty cool. He doesn't really have powers, so I can't really talk about, like, oh yeah, they could incorporate this power because it's cool and he does that. Because he doesn't really have any powers. He's just kind of a badass and he kicks ass. He can do cool things because he has, like, extreme strength powers. Woo. I think in the comic he was like, oh yes, Cat God was just like, here, have some powers, you're the king now. Woo. And everyone was just like, yay. But he has, like, I think he throws, like, vibranium knives and stuff. He has lots of vibranium stuff because he comes from Wakanda, and that's, like, the only place where they get vibranium in the Marvel comics. So, I don't know, they could incorporate that, another vibration-based character, if we're including Quake, because Quake's a vibration-based character, because she has vibration manipulation, which is still a lovely phrase to say. You should try it at home. But yeah, Wakandan boy, Mr. Black Panther, he should show up, he would be cool. He would kick some Wakandan butt. And some Capcom butt, because there's probably not going to be any other Wakandan characters in the game. So yeah, my number 1 choice, because he's the coolest boy from the coolest town, is Black Panther. This is the part where we have an intermission briefly, because we've finished talking about Marvel characters, and we're now going to talk about my hopefuls for Capcom. Hopefully you enjoyed my Marvel picks, they were fun. I liked counting them down with you guys. Hopefully you will enjoy my Capcom picks just as much as we go into number 5, right about now.
Number 5.
Edmund Honda, better known as E Honda, or just simply Honda, depending on your preference, is my number 5 pick for this list, purely because out of all the characters that I would love to see on my list appear in the game, I feel like E Honda would be the bottom of that list, because while he's a popular character, I'm sure, in the Street Fighter universe, I don't know how well he'd work in Marvel vs. Capcom. But all the same, I love him, and he's great, and he's, like, one of my favourite Street Fighter characters. He's, like, top 3. Nah, maybe not top 3, but top, like, 5. And out of that top 5, he's probably one of the highest ones I would say would actually likely make the game. Actually, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying! E Honda probably won't make the game, I just like E Honda, and I would like him to be in the game. That's what I'm getting at. He's a sumo bloke from Japan. That famous country, Japan. I don't know, he has that rapid attack where he, like, waggles his palms around. That would be cool. Do that. Do that, lock them in the Space Jam prison, and then just slap them around with your palms and stuff. I think he has, like, Luigi's missile attack thing. That's fun. You can incorporate that. What else could they do? I don't know what else E Honda does. I don't really play E Honda that much in games with E Honda, but I like the character. He's fun, he's cool, and I would love it if he was in this game, even though he's probably not gonna be. So that's why he took the number 5 spot on my Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite New Hopefuls list, for the Capcom side at least.
Number 4.
Leo from the Capcom game Red Earth is my number 4 choice for the Capcom side of this list. Kind of an obscure character, because the only character that Capcom seems to care about from Red Earth these days is Tessa, because she appears in some games. She's the witchy looking one who kind of looks like she should be from, like, Darkstalkers or something, but isn't, because it's actually a lie. But personally, I've always preferred Leo myself. He's a big, muscly bloke. Picture He-Man, if you will, with a lion's head. In fact, you can see a picture of him on the screen. How convenient is that I prepared an image of Leo for you. Oh, you can thank me in the comment section. But yes, he does stuff with his sword. He's a bit tanky, he's a bit bulky, he has a shield as well, that's fun. Swords are cool. Not really many Marvel characters with this sword, so livening it up with a Capcom sword character might be a fun thing to do. Capcom, if you're listening, clearly they are. They clearly love my videos. Oh, and yeah, he and Tessa, I think, are like the only major humanoid characters who aren't like stupidly OP boss characters from Red Earth. At least that generally make it into games. He also made it into that other game. What's that game called? Capcom Fighting Evolution. He appears as that as a playable character along with a couple of his friends. So yeah, it's not like and that was like a 2004 game, possibly, I want to say. So I mean, I was going to say that was recent, but that was like 13 years ago. Oh well, we can pretend it was recent, and give him an excuse to show up again. There's always those rumours that are going around that Capcom want to revitalise some of their older franchises, and what better way to do that than sticking in a different Red Earth character that isn't Tessa, So yeah, that's why my number 4 pick for the Capcom side is Leo.
Number 3.
Cody is my number 3 choice for the Capcom side of this list. He is originally a Final Fight character, pairing up with Guy, and Mike Hagar is your other playable character in the original game. I'm not sure which other ones he appeared in. I don't think I've ever played a Final Fight game, but he's appeared in at least some of them. And then they kind of transferred him over for into Street Fighter, and he appeared in Alpha and Street Fighter 4, I believe. Other games he appeared in, and I think he also made an appearance in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, or X Tekken, depending on your preference of interpreting a ginormous X on the screen of your game. It says Cross Tekken on the menu. I would have called it X Tekken, because it is literally an X. So, you do you, Capcom community. But yes, Cody's fun. I've always kind of had a soft spot for Cody when it comes to seeing him on a character selection. I'm like, oh, it's Cody, that classic character from Final Fight. Or he's not Hagar. Let me put it out there. He's not Hagar. I love Hagar. He's my favourite character from Final Fight, and I would love Hagar to be my rep from Final Fight. But if I can't have Hagar, and I can't put Hagar on this list because he's a returning character, and that's why he was on the other list, I'm going to shit. I'm going to stick Cody on here. I don't know why I said shit. That was not the word I was intending to say. But I said it anyway, and I'm not recording this take because I cannot be bothered. Cody's cool. He's like a prisoner dude, I think. He looks like a prisoner dude anyway. Oh no, I don't know his backstory. I just know that he's a cool looking dude. So, Capcom, shove him in the game. He'll be fun. Woo. People will like it. Number 3 is Cody.
Number 2.
John Talbane is my number 2 pick for the Capcom side. He is the all-British werewolf guy. I think he knows Kung Fu as well, so that's fun. Kung Fu, British werewolf dude from the Darkstalkers games. He's fun. Darkstalkers, people like that, right? I don't think there's been a recent Darkstalkers game for a while, though. But people like Morrigan. She pops up in everything. She's already confirmed for this game. So, what better to have a character to stick in there with her than everyone's favourite John Talbane? I know there's quite a few people who like John Talbane. He's like, with the exception of Morrigan, I would say if the community came together and said, oh, which Darkstalker characters do you like then? The top 3 would be John Talbane, Jeddah, and Felicia. I obviously cannot put Felicia on this list because she was in a previous game. Oh no. That leaves Jeddah and John Talbane, and out of the 2, I'm more of a fan of John Talbane, I'll admit. So John Talbane's making the list. Sorry, buddy, Jeddah. Jeddah can be like an honourable mention or something. I know my friend likes Jeddah, so rip. Apologies for not putting Jeddah on this spot, but it's not your list, it's my list. So fuck you. Yes, John Talbane. I don't really know how he works because I don't play Darkstalkers. Simple as that. I just know that he looks cool. So yeah, John Talbane is on my list at the number 2 spot.
Number 1.
Oro is my number 1 pick for the Capcom side. I think he's my second favourite Capcom character of all time, second only to Roll, who appeared on the other list because she is a returning character because she was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But yes, Oro has not appeared in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, therefore he is eligible to be the number 1 spot on this list. Ooh. I don't know why he warrants an ooh, but he does, apparently. He was in, like, one Street Fighter game. I think he was in Street Fighter 3, and various versions of Street Fighter 3. There was, like, Third Strike or something, and Second Impact might be one. I don't know, I might have made that up. I don't really remember. But hey, I've always been a big fan of Oro. I know he's always been, like, he was, like, a subpar character in that game, in Street Fighter 3, and when my friend wanted me to play it, I was like, oh, I want to be Oro. Yeah, boy, I want to be Oro. And he was like, bruh, be Chun-Li, because she's OP in that game. And I was like, yeah, but she's not Oro, though, is she? And I picked Oro anyway, and I got my ass kicked because I'm bad at fighting games. But hey-ho, Oro's still fun. Look at him, he's got a big-ass nose, and he's got one arm. And, well, yeah, he has 2 arms, but I think he, like, hides one because he's powerful enough to use just one or something. I don't know, I don't really pay attention to how the lore works and stuff, but I know he's good lore-wise. He's like one of the strongest characters, I believe. And look at the picture I chose for him. He's like floating some rocks and shit. That's fun. But yeah, he's always been a character that I like. I don't know why. I like his design. I like how he plays, kind of. Not that I really know how to use him. And he's just always a character I've enjoyed, and he would be lovely to put in this game. He's probably not going to be, because he's basically like, at this point, he's like not really a popular character that people care about because he hasn't been in a game for like, well, at least not playable in a game since like 1999 or something stupid like that. I think he appeared in Street Fighter 5 though, like in like as a cameo. I don't know, he wasn't playable, I don't think, but he was there. So that's something. So yeah. Woo for Oro. We like Oro. Let's put him in the game. Oro is my number 1 choice for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on the Capcom side. And that just about wraps up our top 10 for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video, because I definitely enjoyed recording it, he says. I just kind of did it because I'm behind as hell on my recordings. I apologise for that. There won't be a top 10 this week. The following this episode, episode 15 might be appearing in 2 weeks. I don't know what it will be, but because my birthday is on May 15th, instead of doing top 10, I might just do like a special of some kind related to birthday things. So, if you want to see that, be sure to tune in on Tuesday, the 16th, after my birthday, to find out whatever birthday shenanigans I decide to post, because it was my birthday and I feel like doing a special. And you know what? I'm gonna do a special, and hopefully you guys will love it, and you will click the like button and subscribe, because you are good subscribing, watching, viewing buds. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in another video.